right, welcome to Menchville High School in Newport News, Virginia. It is girls basketball, Gloucester versus Menchville. Hi again, everybody. I'm Greg Bickaveris. Welcome with Carl Daniels. And Carl, these two teams have never seen each other before.
Yeah, they've never met before, but tonight we're going to find out who has the gusto to win this game.
He is to get off to a good start.
Oh, yeah, definitely, because these teams, if they want to try to make a playoff push, they're going to have to.
Starts right now. Let's get to the floor. And let the public address announcer do his thing.
Good sportsmanship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's make the starters first for the visitors, the Gloucester News. Number 23, Tina Keys. Number 13, Hannah F. Hall. Number 12, Armani Fields. Number 5, Kevin Blackburn. Rounding out the starters for the Gloucester Dukes, number 3, Pam O'Neill. The Dukes are led by Coach O'Neill. Your Gloucester Dukes. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the number 2, Chelsea Bailey. Number 3, Gaia King Johnson. Number 11, Jamea Santos. Number 23, D. Rounding out the starters for the Menchville Monarchs, number 15, Lauren Pollard. The Monarchs led by assistant coaches Lee and King, head coach Andrew Ware. The Menchville Monarchs. The officials for this evening's contract is X-Bang, Mr. Lawrence and Mr. Sanders. Again, the evening
All right, back here at Menchville High School in Newport News, the officials, Carolyn Eckstein, Maurice Sanders, Desmond Owens. I like the fact they have 3 officials.
Yeah, that's always beneficial for 3 officials. They can get a better scope of what's going on the floor as far as fouls, as far as rebounds, as far as who's committing those turnovers.
All right, Gloucester in the red, Menchville in the white. Always an event here at Menchville High School in Newport News. We're live on Cox Cable 47, 517, and nmpstv.com. Glad you're with us. Always a privilege and a pleasure to be here at Menchville High School in Newport News. We're about underway, 8-minute quarters in the Virginia High School League. It's our 3rd doubleheader in 2018. Sit back, enjoy it, and go for the ride. And Menchville missing early. Menchville likes the motion offense, coached by Adrian Webb. Monarchs in the white, Gloucester in the red. Just underway here at Menchville High School. The shot is up and it's good by Carter. Nice shot there. She squared up really well.
Oh, yeah, she definitely got down in the post, and she put her shot up and put the basket in for the Monarchs.
Here come the Dukes, who travel the furthest. 5 Newport News schools, 4 in Hampton, 1 in Gloucester. A little careless there. Gloucester likes the 2-3 press zone. Menchville being very aggressive, but a traveling call. First thing early was get the kinks out early.
Oh, yeah, you want to get those kinks out early, but unfortunately for Menchville, they had a turnover there, a traveling call. You know, you got to watch those turnovers because that can be critical during the game.
A lot of adrenaline being on TV. Here at a beautiful high school in Newport News at Menchville. Our great crew with us. Both teams a little reckless early on. Key is possession and ball control, which you have not seen that yet. Watch the turnovers. Mistakes can cost you. And, of course, you need support from the entire team.
Oh, yeah, you have to play team basketball. You know, right now we don't see either team really doing that much. They're taking a couple of wild shots in there, so they just got to settle down a little bit.
8-minute quarters, not a 50-yard dash. Menchville trying to get the give and go. Too hard off the glass. And the follow-up is good. Just settle down, like you said.
Oh, yeah, just settle down. You know, she got a nice assist. She got the rebound. She redeemed herself and made the shot.
Nate Milton is on assignment tonight. Carl Daniels with us. Greg Bicaveras, glad you're with us here from Menchville High School Newport News. Gloucester trying to get some points, and they do by Cam O'Neill, the daughter of the head coach Amy O'Neill, and of course Adrian Webb, the head coach of Menchville. That'll settle them down a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that definitely will settle them down a little bit.
As soon as you said that, turnover.
Exactly. You got to watch those turnovers. Those turnovers can make a difference between you winning a game and losing a game.
All right, it's 4-2 Menchville. Gloucester going left to right in the red uniforms, known as the Dukes. That's O'Neill. Big outside shot, misses. That was careless.
Yeah, that was, both of these teams are, I think, trying to play a faster pace, which they probably just need to kind of slow it down and take their time and get a couple of good shots in there.
And sometimes the before and after are the most difficult. The best thing is let the game execute, one step at a time. But all this adrenaline before and after can really wear you out.
Oh, yeah, it can. It can definitely do that. Both teams right now are just trying to run back and forth, and probably they need to just kind of slow it down, take their time, get a good shot, and get some points on the board.
Gloucester with the steal. Again, tempo is so important early on. Referees letting them play. Little physical game here with these girls.
Oh, yeah. Sometimes that's the best game. The physical game where the referees kind of let them play.
Yeah. A little backyard basketball almost.
Oh, yeah.
Again, the officials, Eckstein, Sanders, Owens. At Greg Bick on Twitter. Our good friends at Fazoli's in just a few moments. Outside jumper is up. Way off. Again. Gloucester in the give and go. They can't score, and they've got an injury at midcourt. Very physical game. You have to watch your head, your knees, and your feet.
Yeah, you definitely have to do that. You hate to see a injury during the course of a game. You always want to see everybody be able to play at their best 100%.
All right, Fazoli's, our good friends, Michelle and Company in Newport News. We also have a location in Gloucester, Virginia, as well for the Dukes, but Newport News in Chesapeake, 596-4324, Fazoli's.com, 11739 Jefferson Avenue, Newport News, and Chesapeake. And as far as the location in Gloucester, that's where Gloucester High School is located at. And, of course, that's the furthest part for any travel. We did our sports highlights there back in the fall for the football season. So Gloucester located in Gloucester. As far as our location is concerned, not far from Matthews and Middlesex in that area. If you're not familiar with it, near Route 17, you have to cross the bridge to get to that location as well. Fazoli's, they've had two locations for several years. They've sustained in Chesapeake and Newport News.
Okay. Rising 11th graders, if you're interested in TV production, call Telecom for more information to schedule a tour. 757-591-4687. Extension
0. Talk to Satrina, and she'll put you on the right path. All right, we wish this girl a speedy recovery.
Most definitely.
That is Fields, number 12. That's the coach right there, Amy O'Neill, walking her off as well in the black outfit. It is 4-2, 4:47 left in quarter number one. Always good to hear Ray Price in our headset.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
4:40 left. It's like, the old kazoo, or I got Ray on my shoulder, guiding me along the way. Feels better no matter what drama we go through. Not me and him, but I'm talking about what drama we have to deal with out here. It's fun, though. Live TV at its best, folks. Menchville in the white, Gloucester in the red. Again, too hard off the glass.
Yeah, they got to.
That can cost you later.
Oh, yeah, they just have to lighten it up off the glass. Going off the glass is the best thing, but you got to lighten it up just a little bit.
Menchville still 4-2. The biggest thing is just take a deep breath. Outside jumper is off. Gloucester just falls down. These girls are having trouble. Sometimes I'm thinking, Nate and I talk about this a lot. You know that. It's a long day. They're tired. They're hungry. By the time they get here, it's hard to keep that energy going all day.
Yeah, it
Something
is.
to be said about that.
Yeah, it is. It's very difficult to try to keep your adrenaline and your energy up because I think a lot of people don't realize the high school athletes go through a lot.
And the travel Gloucester connects. Now it's 4-all. Menchville, give and go. It's good. That's what they need, a little bit more execution. Menchville likes the motion offense, pressure defense. Strength is the speed and the length. As you just saw right there, the weakness, the inexperience. Strength for Gloucester is the motion and the outside play. And nice connection right there by the Monarchs. That's number 3. Respectively, King Johnson. 7-4, Menchville needed that. Nice give and go. Still almost like Butterfingers out there with the basketball. Got to get a good grip like that. Missing. Menchville likes the motion offense, the pressure defense. Strength is speed and the length. Weakness and experience for Gloucester. They like the motion offense. 2-3 press defense, as you're seeing. Strength the outside, weakness the inside. Greg Bickaveros, Carl Daniels, at Greg Bick on Twitter. We're from Menchville High School at Newport News. 7-4, Menchville leading at home. We're in the first quarter. Great audio and video by the crew. And the layup misses by number 23. That's Keys. So we mentioned the location early on during the broadcast, and that is a big deal when you're at Gloucester and you have to take on teams like Phoebus or Kickingham or Hampton or Bethel. That location from Gloucester to those schools is quite a road trip on a cheese box.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely a long bus ride to get to those locations. And that can also take something out of your team, too, because that kind of drains your energy as well. But what we're seeing right now, we're just seeing Menchville getting some key rebounds and making some plays on defense, but they got to convert.
A little sloppy. 7-5. Menchville up by 2, and the layup is up. It's too hard off the glass. It's anybody's ball game, still early, but again, it's going to take a quarter or two to settle down, it looks like.
Oh, yeah. Both teams have to settle down.
Sure.
Because we're just seeing them just go up and down the court, and they got to just settle down and get into their offense. They're getting the spacing, but they got to just settle down.
Great point, what Carl just said. That is not, and that has been the focus. I mean, they can't even get the ball in their hands for a possession without even a turnover or something. So the focus is the key. Maybe a timeout, maybe to reset, regroup. You should be more experienced than that this late in the season.
Oh, yeah.
These are not mistakes you should be having in February.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Because, if you're going to try to make the playoffs, if your record is there, you can't make this mistake, especially against some of these more experienced powerhouse teams like we've seen Princess Anne win a couple championships the past couple years. You go against teams like that, they're going to hurt you on those turnovers.
There's no margin for error. Really, there's no margin for error at all.
Without question.
See right there, throwing the ball right to Carl Daniels and I. All right, that's a good shot right there by number 13 for Gloucester. They took their time. That was Hogg.
And the one thing about Gloucester is they're still in this game despite the way that
it's tied up.
Menchville has played.
It's 7-all. They're counterpunchers. They're going to let Menchville make mistakes, like you said, and try to reel them in. Little European step there. It's good by number 2. That's Fogarty.
That was a nice play she made on that play to get that basket.
So it's 9-7 in favor of the Monarchs in the white at home at the free throw line. 10-7. First time these two teams have faced each other during the 17-18 school year. Of course, this school year, you see the head coach right there, Amy O'Neill. Loves living in Gloucester. Her daughter is Cam O'Neill, number 3. Her family is out here supporting her too. The give and go, yes, best play of the game for Menchville by Carter.
And that was a nice play right there. That was a nice assist, and she converted on the assist. And that's the thing, you know, if your teammate gives you the ball, you want to reward them with that assist.
And you don't want to throw it too hard where they can't get a grip on it either. There's the head coach for Menchville, Adrian Webb, runs in the family. His father was part of Menchville's program. Of course, Phil Forbes coached this team. Outside jumper is good by number 34, respectively. That's Fields.
Yeah, that was a nice shot right there to get that nice three-pointer. And they're sort of starting to kind of slow down a little bit and kind of pull away here toward the end of this first quarter.
Set shot is off. Menchville's going on an 8-0 run. Menchville's going on an 8-0 run. Gloucester the other way misses with 44 seconds left. There you see Adrian Webb right there, a real gentleman. Enjoyed talking to him before the game. Of course, these coaches have had to make a lot of adjustments with weather and holidays as we're in February.
Oh, yeah, they had to make a lot of adjustments. We had a lot of snow days, a couple days with some snow came in here and canceled school. But, you know, these coaches, you know, are able to adapt.
44 seconds. This is Cam O'Neill, number 3, in the red. Always a pleasure to be at Menchville High School in Newport News. Girls basketball. Menchville is still being aggressive. And the follow-up is off. 28 seconds, 15-8. I think the key is Menchville starting to settle down. Gloucester is going to have to continue to counterpunch and be more proactive.
Yeah, they definitely going to have to do that. Because we're starting to kind of see Menchville settling down, they're kind of pulling away a little bit, whereas with Gloucester, you know, they're going to come through and they're going to still kind of, you know, like you said, counterpunch, but they've got to settle down a little bit more if they want to stay in this game.
16-8 is the score. Menchville up by 8 at home comfortably, seeing Gloucester for the first time this year. And she connects. That's number 3, respectively, King Johnson for Menchville. And the layup is off. Menchville in control. Going down the court. And the give and go is good again. Who else? King Johnson. She's like the ace out here tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. She's their big-time player tonight.
Over 2 decades of experience, Hampton Road Spells Sports, NNPSTV.com. Don't forget sports highlights on Mondays at 7, 2 and 7, weekends at 9. On Cox Cable 47, 5017. Live school board meetings. At Greg Bick on Twitter. There you go. Mondays 7, 2 and 7, weekends at 9. Watch it all over on the web on NNPSTV.com. Our interview show. All right, with Carl Daniels, Greg Bicaveros, 10 seconds left in the first quarter at Menchville. We'll see what Gloucester can do here in the final few seconds. Got to get across that midcourt line first. They did. Sloppy play. And that'll be it for the first quarter. With the score at home, Menchville leads it 19-8. We'll be back after these messages.
You're going to need me. You're going to need us. All of us. You're going to need our technical skills, our math, our engineering skills. You're going to need our help with your water, your air, your food, You're going to need our organizational skills, our problem-solving skills. You're going to need our determination, our honesty, our compassion. You're going to need the next generation of leaders to face the challenges the future will bring. And we promise we'll be there when you need us.
All right, we're back at beautiful Menchville High School. Greg Picaberos, Carl Daniels, Nate Milton on assignment tonight. Second quarter here at Menchville, live on TV. Cox Cable 47, 517, NNPSTV.com. A pleasure to be with you. Great sportsmanship by both these schools. Excellent conduct and great, well-behaved crowd, too. Excellent atmosphere for basketball. Menchville is up 19-8. Outside jumper, air ball, goes out of bounds. Again, the key is to settle down, move without the ball, crash the boards, be aggressive, inside, outside play, mix it up.
Yeah, definitely. They had a nice play there with a nice open shot, but you got to knock that shot down when you're wide open.
That's not textbook 101. Only focus on this game, no distractions or worry about any previous games. Make it a team effort, all-inclusive.
Oh, yeah, you have to do that. You know, that's why when you see teams like Golden State, for example, they win so much because they play such great team ball and knock down outside shots when they have them.
And as good as Cleveland is, a lot of individuals, and they're realizing that Isaiah Thomas is not fitting with LeBron at all.
Exactly.
That's a big conflict there.
Exactly. You got to have that team chemistry. Because if you don't have that team chemistry, that makes it difficult to win.
Menchville wide open. And they miss. Good boards there by the Dukes. Gloucester, known as the Dukes, in Gloucester, Virginia. Off the glass, number 3, Cam O'Neal.
And that's what happens when you have the right touch. You go off the glass, you knock down that three-pointer. So that pulls them a little bit closer within 8 points.
Mom is proud of the daughter there. Coach O'Neal had a lot of roots at Tab.
So it looks like Gloucester has got a hot hand here and trying to make a comeback in this game.
6:20 left to intermission. Greg Picaberos, Carl Daniels, glad you're with us. See the fans enjoying the game. Still have plenty of time to come out here and support it. That's the advantage of being on live TV. You still have time to get out here.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
(19-14). Ooh, nice layup, left-handed style.
That was a nice shot.
Yes,
there.
reverse, number 22 for Menchville. Respectively, that's Sawyer.
Yeah, that was a real nice shot there to have them take the lead back up by 7. So we see there's a stop and play, and we're going to see what Menchville is going to do here on the defensive side of the ball. As Gloucester is getting ready to inbound it.
(21-14). 5:55 left to intermission. Gloucester down by 7 on the road. Always tough to win on the road.
Yeah, it's always tough to win on the road, but that's what you have to do if you play a sport, especially like basketball. You got to win a lot of games on the road.
And Gloucester has serious road trips, too. Nice shot, swish.
Now that was a very good three-pointer right there. That puts them back up by 10. So that gives them a little bit of breathing room, but you got to keep your foot on the gas and keep going.
Number 11 for Menchville, Santos. 24-14. O'Neal misses. 5:15 left till halftime. Dukes with a steal. O'Neal, bounce pass. It's good. A little bit of an injury there, but she seems okay. Number 33, respectively, for the Dukes. That's Lisi. See, Gabe is out here, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, our assistant engineer, Gabe Odachowski, is out here.
All right, we have 4:57 left. We have a break. 24-16 is the score. 24-16. 8-point lead for Menchville. So both teams kind of settling down a little bit, and now the key is trying to maintain going into halftime.
Yeah, you have to maintain going into halftime because you want that lead in the halftime. It gives your team confidence to be able to come out and say, hey, we did it for a first half. Now we got to come back out and do it in the second half to win this game.
See the Menchville coaching staff there. Correct score right there on the board. Greg Henderson, the athletic director here at Menchville. He coached the men's basketball team. Pop Pitts coached here. And, of course, the late Ben Moore for men's basketball. More about that coming up in the boys' game. Phil Forbes is a signature coach for Menchville. In fact, way back in the 90s, Ray and I did a segment for Scholastic Sports America that was on ESPN from here. We taped it. That was before ESPN2 and ESPNU and ESPN News on such a great Menchville girls basketball team and tradition. Outside jumper is off. Here come the Dukes. She's a shotgun, O'Neill. She loves to shoot. And once you're a shooter or scorer, that's all you want to do. But there are 4 other players on the team.
Oh, yeah, you got to pass the ball. And sometimes as a shooter, if your shot's not going, you got to take it to the hole to be able to make those easy shots, those layups.
But she's an excellent player regardless.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Layup is up, no good. Score remains the same, 24-16. Menchville in the white, purple and gold. Gloucester in the visiting red. Greg Bicaveras, Carl Daniels, 4:04 left.
And we're noticing, too, in this second quarter that it seems like Gloucester is getting more rebounds than they did the first half. It seemed like Menchville kind of dominated the boards. But now we're starting to see Gloucester kind of dominate those boards and kind of fight back as well.
Nate and I always say it's not a 50-yard dash. Nate, if you're watching, my friend, speedy recovery, Mr. Milton.
Oh, yeah, definitely, definitely.
Make sure you watch where you walk at. You know, some of the biggest injuries, and that's a fact, happen inside your own house.
Oh, yeah.
When you're walking on steps or in the kitchen or whatever. Mm-hmm. You see that with the kid all the time, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely. I have to watch for all those hazards. Both me and my wife have to watch for those hazards with the little one.
Yeah, the officials, Eckstein, Sanders, Owens. Rotate the players, keep them fresh. Keep that desire going. 32 minutes. Put whatever you did in the first quarter behind as Menchville connects. Avoid the foul trouble early here and stay in the game. Do not get behind if you can. (26-16), double-digit lead for Menchville. We're at Menchville High School, Newport News. So many great traditions here at this school. Ball handling has been an issue tonight, Carl Daniels.
Yeah, it really has. We've seen a lot of turnovers with the ball handling and a lot of steals and a lot of bad passes. And those, again, you know, those things can make a difference between you winning a game and losing a game.
Gloucester's got 6 wins, according to their coach, Amy O'Neill. Hard-fought wins. Off the glass, it's good, wide open. That's Hogg, number 13, Hannah Beth.
Yeah, that was a nice pass to allow her to get that easy shot. If you go on the defensive end for Menchville, you got to cut that lane off and make that shot a little bit more difficult.
Great support here by the school. Third oldest school in Newport News. A nice shot. Outside jumper is good. 3-point play. Behind Warwick and Denby, of course. Menchville, then Heritage and Woodside. This year we've seen Woodside and Heritage Denby and Heritage, and now Menchville and Gloucester. Ambitious schedule here in 2018.
Oh, yeah, definitely. A real ambitious schedule. You know, that game we had last week with the boys, that went down to the wire with that 4-point game.
Not as much the girls' game, though.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for.
Yeah, unfortunately, that wasn't the kind of game that, you know, that the boys had.
All right, a little over 2 minutes till halftime. And we have a spotlight coming up at halftime, Carl Daniels.
Yes, we do. We have a player spotlight, which you've seen. This one at halftime is Denai Branch of Menchville. That'll be coming up in our spotlight at halftime.
Looking forward to that. See Coach O'Neill for Gloucester. Great entertainment here for the folks. Always an event when we're out here in Newport News. Don't forget Sports Scene Saturday mornings at 10 on 100.1 FM, 10:10 a.m. and tunein.com. By typing in WPMH, we cross-promote sports highlights and NMPSTV.com. Thank you for Sonny Dirth for getting everything in the radio TV log. Look for our replays on Friday. Sonny does a great job with the replay and the TV logs of the Daily Press. 29-18 is the score. 1:42 left till halftime. We've seen Menchville get a double-digit lead, but their coach, Adrian Webb, is still going after these girls, tell them to hustle and be more proactive.
Yeah, he wants them to keep that foot on the gas, you know, kind of like what a lot of teams were accused of doing when they play New England Patriots. They don't keep their foot on the gas.
Right.
But we saw what happened in that Super Bowl when the Philadelphia Eagles put their foot on the gas.
Right.
So that's what he wants them to do. Keep their foot on the gas and keep that lead.
I gotta look like Batman beat Superman.
Yeah.
Batman was the Eagles, Superman was the Patriots.
Exactly.
Need to get the crowd involved in the game a little bit too. That would help.
Yeah,
I think they're tired from a long day of work too.
Oh yeah. But sometimes if you start to build a lead and make a couple outstanding plays, the crowd will warm up and get back into it.
Menchville with the ball, taking their time, which I like. Patient offense. They go down low, and it's good. Very methodical to number 15, Carter.
Yeah, and when you have a player like Carter, you need to have her down in the post, take advantage of her height, and be able to get some easy buckets inside.
Got to cover the weak side. Got to block out. Move without the ball. Show up, have accountability, and focus on the task at hand here in the final 45 seconds. Outside jumper is way off. These girls are shooting from way downtown. Bombs almost.
Yeah. And
they're not shy, Carl.
Oh, yeah. But the thing is, you know, you got to knock them down from the outside when you shoot from out there. So you have to kind of take it inside every now and then.
And that shot was good. The Dukes needed that. 10-point deficit, 31-21. Off the glass, it's good by who else? Number 3.
Yeah, she made a nice move inside and took it in for that layup on that assist.
And Gloucester scores too. So a lot of scoring here in the final 13 seconds of the second quarter.
Yeah, they're kind of going back and forth. They're trying to see who's going to either maintain that lead or gain a lead going into halftime.
Menchville will definitely be leading at halftime. They're up by 10.
Yeah, definitely.
Always good to do Menchville in any sport. Here come the Monarchs. They need to keep an eye on the clock. Only got 10 seconds left. We're going to get the shot off before it's too late. And that's a good shot right there. Off. Follow up with 1 second left. Traveling Gloucester will get it. And Menchville leads it 33-24. And that's it. We're at halftime. All right, we played 16 minutes. We got 16 minutes left. Greg Bickaveris, Carl Daniels live on Cox Cable 47, 517, NMPSTV.com. Let's now go to a segment with Denai Branch.
Fusion Fitness with Alexis. Tune in weekdays 6:30 a.m., Mondays 7:30 a.m., 2:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m.
Oops. Uh-oh. Sorry.
Get on top of it before they do. Every 24 minutes, tipped furniture or a falling TV sends an injured child to the emergency room. Preventing tip-over incidents is easy, inexpensive, and only takes 5 minutes. Learn how to secure your furniture and TVs to protect children at anchorit.gov.
When did you decide to seriously play basketball?
My 10th grade year.
What position did you play?
Guard forward.
And why do you play that position?
I'm really sneaky, so the forward is kind of like my specialty, and they like post up, but then they also have the ability to dribble and shoot.
So why basketball? Were there any other sports you wanted to play?
I tried to play softball, but basketball is just a really fast-paced sport that fit me. Everything else was just too slow.
So what did you do to prepare to play the game of basketball?
First eat, but I like to listen to music before games and like practices, try to get into the vibe of seriously playing basketball, get my mind into the game.
So if you can look back on the first time you decided to play, what did you work on? What skills to get you ready to play the game?
Mostly making layups, because I knew that had to come first before anything else, but making layups.
So how was your freshman, sophomore, and junior year playing?
My freshman year, I really didn't take it too seriously because I was just trying to get the feel of high school, but going to sophomore, junior year, I was taking it more seriously because I knew that it could help me in the long run.
What physical and mental skills should you have to play this game?
Physically, running, cardio, being strong. That's the physical part. Mentally, you just got to know that you're going to be touched. There's other people out there that's going to be better than you, but you got to know inside that you are good.
Now, how do you balance your academics and athletics?
I usually like to get all my homework and classwork done first before I even focus on anything else. And if I do have like early practices and stuff, I go straight home and I do my homework. It's one thing I have to do.
So when you have free time, what do you enjoy doing?
I like doing hair, going out with my teammates, movies, the restaurant, stuff like that.
Do you have any other basketball players that inspired you to play?
I really like Chris Paul. He's really cool. He's crafty. I call him the craft man.
What advice would you have for kids who want to play basketball?
Go for it. Just because somebody is better than you, go for it. You always get better.
And how do you think your season is going to go this year?
I think our season is going to go very well. We have a really good team behind me. We're really young, but our relationship is there, so I feel like we can go far.
What are your plans after high school?
I plan to go to college to be a nurse. So.
Do you plan to play basketball?
Yes, I do too. I do plan to play basketball too.
Oh, that's good. Well, thank you for taking this time, and the best to you in the future.
Thank you.
You don't have to change just to fit in. You don't have to apologize for who you are. Just be yourself, and I promise people will enjoy it. Just be yourself. Be your real, imperfect, flawed, quirky, weird, beautiful, and magical person you are. Be yourself. Because everyone else is already taken. Just be you.
You might feel like there's too many problems in the world, or that, you as a 15-year-old, 16-year-old can't really make a difference.
It's not always about you. It's not just one person. It's a group. It's a team. If we all show up together, that's what it's all about.
I was a part of helping to build what it is today.
I'm really lucky to get to be a part of that legacy.
Just that simple act that takes, 5 or 10 minutes of your time is making a difference and is transforming someone else's life.
Once you get there and realize how much you can change someone's life, it's one of the best feelings in the world.
I'd do anything to convince you just to be a part of this.
You guys keep doing what you're doing. It's something special.
Get up and try something. Just try it. Just go to one event, one action team event.
It'll just make you feel so good about yourself.
You don't have to change just to fit in. You don't have to apologize for who you are. Just be yourself, and I promise people will enjoy it. Just be yourself. Be your real, imperfect, flawed, quirky, weird, beautiful, and magical person you are. Be yourself. Because everyone else is already taken. Just be you.
Serving the community can have a big impact on society. Everyone loves when someone takes time out of their day to spend time, either just hanging out or helping out. There are many different people to serve, from kids to the elderly, the homeless to your next door neighbor. And the best part about serving is that it spreads. So take time to serve someone else, to serve your community, and to do your part.
All right, we're back at Menchville High School in Newport News. Greg Bicaveras, Carl Daniels. The home team leads at 33-24, but it hasn't been easy.
No, it hasn't been easy at all. We've seen a lot of turnovers, a lot of careless play. A couple of shots went down, but the teams, still seem like they have to kind of settle down, get into a rhythm offensively, and, just continue to play good defense.
On this beautiful winter evening in February at Menchville High School, we have one more half to play. All right, Fazoli's right there. They feed our crew, let them feed you in Newport News in the Oyster Point section right there at 11739 Jefferson Avenue. Phone number is 596-4324. For more, go to Fazoli's.com. Pizza, pasta, subs, desserts, Newport News, and Chesapeake. Still anybody's ball game. Menchville just needs to keep on keeping on. I was really impressed by King Johnson as well as Carter.
Oh, yeah, those two players really played well in that first half. They got some key shots for the Menchville Monarchs, and hopefully it'll continue for their sake in their second half, because Gloucester doesn't appear like they're going anywhere. It seems like every time Menchville builds a lead, Gloucester kind of cuts that lead down to try to get back in it.
And some of the best players right there the final few moments in the second quarter.
Oh, yeah, they were going back and forth at each other and, scoring and playing defense and stealing the ball, and that's the kind of thing that you like to see in a basketball game.
All right, the officials again, Caroline Exton, Maurice Sanders, Desmond Owens, Greg Bicaveras, Nate Milton, our entire crew. Nate, of course, usually with us, but he's on assignment. Carl Daniels in his place tonight. Known as CD, we always give him an audio credit. Now that not only do they see, they also see you as well. Gloucester will throw the ball in bounds. This is Glockner, number 5 for Gloucester. Also out there will be Keys, number 23, O'Neill, number 3, number 12, Fields. All bunched in together right in front of the TV booth. and number 13, respectively, Hogg for Gloucester in the red. Gloucester going right to left on the TV dial. The Dukes, first time they played Menchville this year. They have the longest location road trips of any schools, not in Hampton, not in Newport News. Located in Gloucester, like I said, near Matthews, not too far from the Middlesex area. Beautiful route there on Route 17. Never been out there before.
Oh, yeah, beautiful route on Route 17.
Now Menchville will do take two, and they'll take it in bounds. And number 2 is Fogarty. Also out there for the Monarchs, number 23, Branch. And inside play by 15, Carter. Still 33-24, score remains the same. Santos is out there for Menchville, number 11. And number 3, respectively, King Johnson. Gloucester in the red, Menchville in the white. 7:14 left in the third quarter.
And on that series right there, we kind of saw a little bit of a press type of defense by Menchville, which gave Gloucester a little bit of trouble trying to get that ball across the court on the other side.
Absolutely. Menchville just needs to settle down, play their game, just like that.
And that may be what they need to do, is to go to number 15 down in the post, because if we notice, every time they go down to her and she's able to get a good shot, she's able to get that scoring for them.
And a miss. 35-24. Gloucester in the red, trying to get it in bounds. Got to focus. Keep that momentum going for both teams in the second half. Keep in mind the goals, like that, short-term goals.
Oh, yeah. As long as you keep getting good shots, good things will happen, and that's what we're starting to see Menchville do.
Little physical game. We've seen a lot of that early on, too.
Yeah, and the referees seem like they're kind of letting them play, kind of get a little bit of physical, or get a little bit of physicality in the game, and I think the crowd, is kind of starting to get into it now, and they kind of like that a little bit.
.6:30 left, 37-24. Got to get the fans in the game. It's a marathon, not a sprint. 8-minute quarters. Menchville up by 13 at home. Home, sweet home for the Monarchs. Again, ball handling has been an issue the entire evening tonight.
Yeah, these teams, they got to settle down.
Really?
Trying to get the ball across the court and up the court. You don't have to speed.
It's not a track meet.
Exactly. You can kind of just walk it up a little bit, be methodical.
Kind of get a lay of the land, look at the surroundings.
Exactly.
Basketball court can be, daunting. It's so long.
Exactly.
And the Menchville's at its best when they do it inside, like that by Carter, number 15. She connects.
Exactly. They've taken advantage of her size down low, and she's connected these last couple of times in this second half.
Gloucester's playing a little restless here in the third quarter, and Menchville's taking advantage of it. But then again, like Carl and I have said, sloppy ball handling and turnovers.
Exactly.
It's like you can't do this against the elite teams.
No, you can't. The elite teams will make you pay if you do some of these turnovers and mistakes that we've seen tonight.
Gloucester with the ball in the red. Again, ball handling is an issue. I feel like we're at a hockey match instead of basketball. The ball keeps going out of bounds.
Yeah, and I think, too, they got to pay attention to who's coming behind them, because we're noticing a lot of steals coming from behind, and they got to pay attention to that, not just what's in front, but what's behind them as well.
Now the scoreboard on one side is totally off. On one side it's totally off, but it's on the other side. Yes, so just letting the fans know if they do show a pan to the scoreboard, one is completely off except for the time. That's wrong. So the officials are talking to the clock officials as well. There's an issue with the scoreboard. Menchville with the ball, regardless, going left to right in the white uniforms. You're going to have distractions. Equipment does malfunction, as we know in television, Carl.
Oh, yeah, technology is good, but sometimes it has its quirks.
Yep. Nice follow-up. You got to make those layups. Those duck shots should be the easiest ones to make. But sometimes they're difficult or daunting. Gloucester needs to take advantage of it. And you can see the fatigue setting in for Gloucester.
Yeah,
they're not making the effort as much.
Yeah, you can kind of see they're getting tired. They're getting kind of worn down. The lead keeps growing further and further and further, and they're getting further behind, and you're kind of seeing that set in.
And then what happens then, it's harder to come back.
Yeah, it makes it so difficult to come back because you have to exert so much energy to try to get back into the game that even if you do, you don't have energy to finish at the end.
Right. Shooting fast shots. Got to watch these balls. They're coming right at me and Carl. Menchville. Outside jumper is good. All Menchville here in the third quarter. Gloucester misses the layup. Since the third quarter, Menchville's outscored Gloucester 8-0 in the third quarter alone. And we haven't barely played half of it yet.
And we're starting to slowly see Menchville kind of pull away a little bit here in this third quarter.
Acreg Big on Twitter, GREGBIC. Carl Daniels with us. Carl's an instructor in the telecom program. How many years now, Carl?
This is my 6th year.
Very good. And we hope you stay and sustain. Of course, you grew up in this area. You went to Bethel. You see the Gloucester bench right there in the red. Let's try to get the Menchville bench, too, if we can. Let's try to get the Menchville bench if we can, see what Adrian Webb is saying. 4:42 left in the third quarter. Menchville sideline. Adrian Webb likes the motion offense, pressure defense, strength and speed, and the length as we've seen tonight. Weakness is the inexperience, but they're this is the time of the year that freshmen should be sophomores, sophomores should be juniors, juniors should be playing like seniors. It's February. It's time to button up.
Oh, yeah, because, as you enter the postseason, that's when you have to shine. That's when you have to play your best ball. And you really have to step your game up because it's not going to be any more easy games. Every game that you play is going to be tough from here on out.
Got March Madness coming up. So it's right now, fans right there at the ball game tonight after work, supporting their family or friends. We encourage you to do the same. (41-24), 8-0 run for Menchville here in quarter number 3. And off the glass, no good. Got to keep on getting that bench support. Second chance shots. Focus on the task at hand. Avoid the distractions. Stay in the game. And Gloucester's not doing that. They're getting behind early here in the third quarter, and that deficit will get bigger and bigger. It's like quicksand, and it'll be too hard to come back.
Yeah, it'll be too hard to come back. But one thing that we have noticed during the course of this game, from both teams really, especially Menchville, they've knocked down their free throws, which we always talk about. Those are important. That's why they're called free throws.
And Gloucester off the glass. They needed that, Carl Daniels.
Oh, yeah, they definitely needed that.
Let's take a look at it again, folks. This beautiful hardwood floor here at Menchville. 43-26. Menchville, the outside jumper, it's off. Traveling. Yep. Scoreboards now, both the booth seem to be in sync.
Yeah, we see that they have the scoreboard back on the other side now.
Got to focus on the intensity, possession, ball control, turnovers, mistakes. move without the ball, crash the boards, just focus on tonight, making a team effort, all-inclusive. Got to get the bench, got to get the energy up. If you look at the bench right now, the energy's down on Gloucester's side.
Yeah, it really is. And you notice in that second quarter how Gloucester was kind of battling Menchville for rebounds, but in this third quarter, we've seen Menchville take control of the boards and get a lot of rebounds, and that has helped them build this lead up on Gloucester as well in this third quarter.
Menchville left to right in the white uniforms. And a foul. And this game is sliding away.
Oh, yeah, it's getting away from now. And, you know, like I just talked about rebounds, you know, the thing you got to realize with rebounds is a possession, it's defense. And when you get that rebound, that's an extra possession that Menchville is going to get an opportunity to score.
And score without the clock moving.
Exactly.
Number 22 comes in for Menchville. That's Sawyer. At the line is number 11, respectively, Santos. Nice connections there. 45-26. There's the head coach, Adrian Webb, for Menchville in his third year. Likes the motion offense. First time facing Gloucester this season. Both teams trying to get to the postseason. No guarantees. With all the cancellations and snow delays and holidays, it's been a work in progress as Menchville connects.
Yeah, Menchville now is really opening the gap up, and they've really taken control of this game over Gloucester. And Gloucester's got to find some answers quick if they're going to try to get back in it.
Menchville's outscored Gloucester 14-2 in the third quarter. Gloucester cannot buy a basket. In fact, they've only gotten one in the third quarter.
Yeah, you can't have just one basket. You know, you got to have more than that if you're going to compete against the team. And right now, that just is not happening for them.
Menchville up 47-26, 2:59 left. That's O'Neal at the free throw line for the Dukes in the red. Her entire family's here. Her grandfather's here. Mother's here, the coach. Her dad's here. Real family affair. And she connects. I told her mom, once a shooter, got to keep shooting.
Yeah, you got to keep shooting. You know, even though your shots don't fall, you just got to keep hanging at it. Some nights you're going to have a hot night, everything goes down, and then other nights you're going to have an off night, but you got to just keep going.
Got to keep that confidence up.
Definitely.
Menchville, we mentioned, had some great tradition here over the years. Phil Forbes coached so many great girls here. At the line, number 30 for Menchville, that's Wiley. And they're up by 20 now. The Monarchs at home. Menchville in the purple, gold, and white in control. Glad you're spending part of the evening with us. Greg Bickaveris, Carl Daniels. We're in Newport News, Virginia for our Super Tuesday coverage of high school basketball. We've done a couple Tuesdays and Fridays, always good to bring you basketball.
And, you know, there's another one of those turnovers we talked about right there. You know, Menchville had the possession, and then they turn it right back over to Gloucester.
Gloucester at the ball. Set shot is good by O'Neal. She's not afraid to shoot.
No, she's definitely not afraid to shoot.
And the layup is up, and it's good by Keys.
And so now, you know, Gloucester's trying to gain some momentum over Menchville, and Menchville just has to play their game and continue to do what they've been doing in this quarter.
Gloucester just not getting enough carving out of the pie there.
No, they're not. And Menchville's going to continue to make it tough
And Menchville's making Gloucester work for it, too. But Gloucester on a little spurt here.
Yeah, Gloucester seems to gain some momentum. They've gone on a little bit of a run. And
the key is to sustain, though.
Oh, yeah, you got to sustain it. But
and a nice layup missing. Good effort. Second effort, no. And here comes the fast break again. And that's all good by Keys.
And they're trying to close this gap here. And like we said before, you know, if you're Menchville, you know, you still got a lot of time in this quarter. You still got the fourth quarter. You got to keep your foot on the gas, because if you don't and you let up, a team will get right back in the game.
48-36, 127 left here in quarter number 3. Greg Bicaveras, Carl Daniels, 12-point lead for Menchville at home. And see some of the Menchville boys, varsity players coming in. Been a very emotional year for them. And we'll get more to that in the boys game as we dedicate the boys basketball game tonight to the late, great Ben Moore. I remember the game we did, but I'm going to save it and tease the audience. And a game we did with Ben back in the 90s. We'll save those stories for the boys game. So you don't want to miss the boys game. We'll have some good stories about Ben Moore, who didn't live that far away from me as a kid. And his daughter, of course, was in the TV program at Telecom. Menchville in total control. But Gloucester is trying to be pesky and steal it. They do. You got to get some steals. They just got it. Jumper is good. Playing like Pistol Pete. That's Fields.
Yeah, they're really making a rally here. They're starting to hit inside and outside, and they're playing that game, and they're looking to try to rally here.
These girls have had to work around the weather and the schedules, and with exams, without exams, just been a really topsy-turvy year. The holidays almost extended into January with the snow delays and the weather.
Yeah.
That can throw your academic schedule off, too.
Oh, yeah, it definitely throws everything off, you know, with the snow days, and then you have to make up snow days for the academic year. And, you know, for these players right now, they're making up a lot of games. So a lot of times they're playing, you know, once or twice.
Yeah.
They're playing 3-4 times a week now trying to make up these games.
Playing like an NBA-type schedule.
Yeah.
All right, 49-38. Menchville up by 11 at home. Late in the third quarter, as you see on the video screen. Cox Cable 47, 517, nmpstv.com. Glad you're with us for our third doubleheader of 2018. Back one of our first basketball games we ever did was right here at Menchville as they took on Phoebus way back in the day. 91-92 school year. Nice free throw there by Glockner. Great sportsmanship by all these girls, fans as well. Giving their time, their talent, and their treasure on this Tuesday night. Their energy, their zeal, their enthusiasm. Menchville, turnaround layup, no good. But the follow-up is good. That is Carter.
And that's what they have to do, I think. They have to really go back to Carter down in the post, because it seems like every time she's down in the post, she's really using her height to her advantage and getting a couple scores for Menchville.
Of course, Karen Barefoot played for Menchville. Now the coach of UNC Wilmington. Alumni from Menchville, CNU. Way downtown. Final few seconds. Again, the tempo and the theme has been ball control.
Yeah, you got to secure the ball. You got to get your hands on it. You know, you can't have all these turnovers, because those turnovers can hurt you. We saw that's partially the reason why Gloucester started to make a little bit of rally and start coming back in this game.
That shot is off. It's no good. One more quarter left. 51-40. Menchville at home. We'll be back after these messages.
Remember, you can prevent this from happening to yourself. Wear a helmet when riding a bike. And also, like, watch out for cars, but still, remember to wear a helmet.
All right, we're back for the fourth quarter, 8-minute quarter. Menchville has outscored Gloucester in the third quarter by 18 to 16. So it's 33-24 at halftime. Now it's 51-40 in favor of Menchville at home. So for Gloucester, they continue to make spurts. The key is for them to sustain. Menchville does not need to make the turnovers.
Yeah, Menchville's got to cut down on these turnovers if they want to win this game. You know, this is the fourth quarter now. Usually a lot of teams make a push, and a lot of times, as they said, the game is won in the fourth quarter.
It's on the line here on Cox Cable 47 517. Glad you're with us. And MPSTV.com.
And again, they get another shot down in the paint area. So, you know, that has to be something that I think they need to go to in this quarter.
Nice shot there. Menchville needed that by Fogarty. Excellent shot by the young lady. Gloucester just trying to get it across the timeline.
And you're starting to see Menchville come back with that pressure defense. We saw a little bit of that in the first half, and they're starting to bring this now in the fourth quarter.
Gloucester across the timeline. They need to be focused on that clock because the clock now is an issue as everything is up for grabs here in the fourth quarter.
Right. If you're Gloucester and you're behind by 15, the clock is not your friend. The clock is your enemy.
Yes, it is. And Menchville squares up by number 15, Carter. She's going to be our MVP for the night.
Oh, yeah. She's been getting a lot of shots down there in the painted area, down in the post. She's just posting them up, and she's putting it in.
Our Fazoli's MVP, Carter, for Menchville. Still plenty of time, but not that much time left. We'll get to our crew list here as well. 6:49 left in quarter number 4. Carl will do the crew list for the students as Nate normally does. Nate needs to give us a shout out, Nate. You got to get a hold of us. Nate's on the injured reserve list right now.
Yeah. We hope you get well soon.
He's got a sprain. Wish Nate all the best. And the free throw rolls out. That rim can be not your best friend sometimes.
Yeah, it surely can. You know, sometimes the rims can be a little bit tight, but you still got to put the ball in the hole at the end of the day.
Ball goes out of bounds. A lot of energy, but sometimes you want to contain that energy and try to eliminate those mistakes.
Yeah, you got to play smart basketball, especially in the fourth quarter, because that's when everything is on the line to see who's going to win the game and who's going to lose the game.
Outside jumper is up. Way off. Rolls off the glass. So reset 57-40. Menchville in control at home in the fourth quarter. With the ball going left to right, the TV dial. Officials doing a good job. I think that Nate and I have talked about this all season long. When you have 3 officials, it's easier to keep focus on the game, as opposed to 2.
Yeah, because you can really get a focus and you get to see the floor a lot better because you have 3 officials on the floor that can look at every single spot.
Free throw is up, and it's good by Fogarty for Menchville in the white. come the Dukes in the red. Girls basketball here in Newport News, Virginia. Glad you're with us. Played a little bit over an hour in real time. 8-minute quarters. Always the key in the goal, desires to make the postseason. Menchville is always a good rivalry of Ferguson, where I went to school. George Walters, the late George Walters, had great rivalries against Pop Pitts back then. At the line right now for the Dukes is O'Neal, the daughter of the head coach, Amy O'Neal. Menchville trying to get it across the timeline. They do. Cross-court pass. Off the glass, off. 6:26 left in the game. At the line, the shot is good by Santos from Menchville.
And that's a big key, is to hit your free throws, because that'll definitely make it tougher for a team to come back on you when you hit your free throws.
I want to thank Micaiah Wilford, Jr. at Menchville, for all of her assistance tonight. Thank you very much. Excellent young lady from Menchville. Traveling violation. Still an 18-point lead for Menchville. All right, the executive producer of NNPS TV, who went to Menchville, Michelle Price. Coordinating producer, executive producer of sporting events. With us since 1992, Ray A. Price. Director Bill Barlow. Great engineer, Greg Lesko. And, of course, Carl Daniels. Good to see you, my friend.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely.
How about the student crew list?
Oh, yeah, on the student crew list, we got Ryan Mullen, Derek Miracle, Brianna Harrison, Mark Brown, Jason Hoyle, Tyson Odette, Darren Cooper, and for Nate, X-Man Xavier Davis, and Colin, Don't Call Me Biggie Smalls. Gabriel Odachowski, Cameron Crawl is our student list.
Excellent, Carl Daniels. A little bit lower tone than Nate, but that's okay. Everybody's got a different style. I call him a CD. Also want to take this time as well to acknowledge all the fans watching. Thank you for making it work. Tweet at Greg Bick. Cox Cable 47517, nnpstv.com. Glad you're with us. 5:50 left. Normally you see a lot of timeouts and fouls in the fourth quarter. But it's still a big lead for Menchville. But we've seen with Gloucester hurrying up, they can shorten it. The key is they have not been able to sustain it or get enough momentum going on.
Right, and you have to sustain it to be able to get yourself back into the game.
And play defense, too.
Exactly.
Defense sometimes is so overlooked. It's hard to play both sides of the ball. You think about football, you only play one.
Yeah.
In basketball, you're playing both at the same time.
Yeah, you really have to buckle down and play defense. You know, defense is a big key in basketball because you got to get stops. You got to be able to maneuver the ball up and down the court to get offense, but you got to make stops on the defensive end and get steals as well.
Our engineer, Greg Lesko, out here. Used to work in Hampton, of course. Greg's got a great personality. Love having him on board. What a great engineer we have. This is our fourth year, by the way, with these new headsets. Really nice.
Oh, yeah.
We started it during my mother's Memorial Tennis Tournament, 14. All right, 5:34 left. And Menchville is just sailing away.
Yeah, Menchville's starting to kind of pull away now in this fourth quarter.
Gloucester just trying to get something going. Here come the Monarchs. And it's good by number 3. Who else? King Johnson. 20-point lead. It's all Menchville and Monarch Country. The purple, gold, and white leading it at home, 65-45.
Oh yeah, they're making sure that Gloucester doesn't get any room to breathe to make any comebacks. They're making sure that if they do try to make a comeback, it's going to be very tough on them because they're going to continue to just score, continue to build this lead, and just make it tough for them all the way around.
All right, sports highlights since February of '92. Of course, Mondays at 7, 2, and 7. Weekends at 9 a.m. on Cox Cable 47, 517. And it's appropriate since we started our show in February to acknowledge that it's Black History Month this month. And all of us should be the same. All of us should be equal and get along every day. So thank you again. And, of course, check us out on YouTube. All of our great videos right there by staff and the students on the NNPS Telecom Network. And that's the thing that Dr. King wanted was civility and peace.
Oh, yeah, he wanted everybody to get along with everybody.
Kind of like this basketball game.
Exactly, exactly. And realize, you know, that we're all human beings and we need to work together with one another.
It's always like John Thompson said, the former Georgetown coach, what do you do when the ball is flat?
Exactly.
It's called life.
Exactly.
The ball ain't going to be staying pumped up forever. 65-45, 4:58 left in the fourth quarter.
And so here in the fourth quarter, Menchville has this big lead, and they're just going to continue to do things to try to build this lead. We see them get it across the court. So we'll see what they do with this ball here to try to continue to build this lead.
Menchville just needs to maintain and sustain like that.
Exactly.
Carter again.
And once again, Carter has just dominated tonight in the post. Every time it seems like she gets the ball down in the post, she's just been able to score. And again, you know, we talked about rebounds as well. We see Menchville is continuing in this second half as they have done to just continue to dominate the boards and get rebounds.
Absolutely. Menchville having a field day at the free throw line, Carl Daniels.
Yeah, and a lot of that, again, you know, goes back to those rebounds. When you get those rebounds, you put up shots, you get fouled, you go into the line, and they've made pretty much almost all of them except for maybe one or two, but they've made almost all their free throws, and that's a big key for them to have this lead.
And the shot is up, and it's good. Rolls in. Get that shooter's touch.
Yeah.
It's all Menchville, 69-45 at home. Gloucester with the ball in the red. The Dukes located in Gloucester, Virginia. If you haven't been out there, it's a beautiful part of the state. 117. Again, thanks to Fazoli's in Newport News and Chesapeake. Outside jumper, it's up. Follow through, missing. 4 minutes left in this game. Still running up and down the court, both teams. Sometimes a little reckless, but they're getting the job done. The energy is just unlimited. Off the glass. The play of the night.
And that was an outstanding shot. She gets fouled and puts it in, and it still goes in.
Santos with the play of the night.
You know, to be able to take that hit and still get that shot in, that's an amazing play right there.
Let's take a look at it again, folks. She just bulldozes the girl down.
Yeah.
And in motion, she got the ball off the glass.
Yeah, and you know, we talked about earlier about banking it off the glass. You know, banking it off the glass has its advantages if you know how to put the right touch on the ball.
3:50 left. Menchville's going to win this game going away.
Yeah, they really took control in this second half when they came out of halftime. They made those adjustments and they really just took over.
Yeah, because they were only up by 9 at halftime. They've outscored the Dukes 38-21. So it's 71-45 in favor of Menchville. 3:50 left.
Yeah, and they've really opened this game up by a wide margin, and they've pretty much put this game out of reach for Gloucester.
Yep, a little bit too late. It would be a miracle almost if the Dukes come back and win this one.
Yeah, it would be.
Cheerleaders here tonight doing a great job. Fans enjoying the game. Great concessions. Excellent school here at Menchville. Again, we're going to dedicate the boys' game to the late, great Ben Moore, who made his mark at Warwick High School but coached here the last several years. He replaced Jim Harvey, who coached at Warwick. Several of the news stations covered the morning here of Ben. Gloucester gets it across the timeline. Sloppy play continues. And I think the biggest thing, coaching does have to come in play, where you have to tell your team to settle down, focus, and take one possession at a time, whether you're at home or on the road.
Yeah, you really have to do that.
You've seen it tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. We've seen it where, and especially in this second half, Menchville's kind of settled down a little bit. Gloucester's still kind of playing like they did in the first half. And that's been the difference in this game in the second half.
Right. It's not the Roadrunner. There's no race here. But it's really one possession at a time. It's cliche, but it's true.
Exactly.
Because if you can get a few steals and get a few breaks, you can get that lead. And Menchville's capitalized on the mistakes by the Dukes.
Yeah, they really have. The one thing that you notice, too, is that, pretty much throughout the entire night, they've had very good spacing offensively, whereas Gloucester hasn't had as good of a space on their offense as much, and we really saw it in the second half as far as their spacing is concerned on the offensive side of the ball.
Great point, Carl Daniels. Greg Bickaberis, glad you're with us. At Greg Bick on Twitter, GREGBIC. Follow me on Twitter. Dukes have it. Clock is like an hourglass. It's moving like the sands of the glass. Little floater there, off. Jumper is good. A little bit too late, though, Carl Daniels.
Yeah, a little bit too little, too late on that one. They needed that earlier.
Fighting for it down low. Menchville gets it across the timeline. And it's off there by Santos. Good effort, though. Both teams making the effort, but it's been all Menchville tonight.
Yeah, it's been all Menchville. And, one of the things we talked about earlier is not shooting everything from the outside every time down the floor, which is what we saw a lot from both teams in the first half. But in the second half, Menchville has really gone inside. They've gone in the paint. They've gone down in the post, and they've gotten a lot of shots from it.
Come the Dukes. Menchville right back with a steal. Menchville look forward to the final few games left of the regular season and learn from this. Whether you win or lose, you got to learn from your mistakes. Sometimes your biggest learning obstacles are in defeat.
Yeah, you have to learn from each and every game, win or lose, especially if you're a team that's looking to go into the postseason, because that's when those turnovers and those mistakes become critical, and they can come back and hurt you and have you take an early exit out the playoffs.
.201 left, 74-48. Pretty much academic now, folks. Menchville will improve with a nice win here. Greg Bickaberis, Carl Daniels, been a pleasure to be at Menchville tonight. Really impressed by the energy here of Santos late in the fourth quarter. He's still very fresh here in the fourth. that's the key thing, is have those fresh legs for 4 quarters.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you know, a lot of that deals with conditioning too. You know, you have to be in very good condition to be fresh in the 4th quarter, because you know, we've said all night that's where the game is won and lost at a lot of times, in the 4th quarter.
1:15 left. 74-50. All Menchville. That's a miss. It's all academic now. Nice crowds on hand for this ball game. 72 seconds left. Great shot there by director Bill Barlow. And letting these girls just play out the final few moments. Nice stuff there. Just running up and down the court. And you're wondering, you know, it's frustrating when you're running up and down, you get tripped up, you lose the ball. I don't care what level it is, that can be frustrating.
Yeah, that can be very frustrating. But, you know, as we were saying earlier, you can't just watch what's in front of you. You got to watch what's behind you, too. And sometimes your teammates, you know, communication on the floor, that helps, too, to say, hey, somebody's coming up behind you, so that way you know which direction you need to go.
In and out by number 30, Wiley. And we got the boys game tonight as well, as we dedicate it to Ben Moore, the late, great Ben Moore. Gloucester in the red. Final 40 seconds left in this game. Menchville in control. Off the glass, it's no good. 74-50 Menchville. 30 seconds left. O'Neal. Ball goes out of bounds. Control, control, control has been, in the tempo, has been the story of tonight's game.
Yeah, you got to have control of the basketball. If you don't have control of the basketball, good things are not going to happen for you.
Nope. You kind of look ahead to the next play before you even, it's like a receiver hearing footsteps of a defender.
Yeah. And
you can't make the catch or you're not focused.
Exactly, and then they drop the ball because they heard the footsteps first.
And that's a nice shot there by number 12, a little bit too late by Fields. 74-52, 4 seconds left in this ball game before it becomes a final. NNPSTV.com, Cox Cable 47 517. That is Wiley. See Fran Hunt just walking the ball game tonight. Son played for Warwick. This should just about wrap it up here. And it does. 75-52. Menchville wins it at home over Gloucester. We'll come back to wrap it up after these messages from Menchville High School and Newport News. Stay tuned.
up. Take three. Ready, one.
Excuse me.
Quiet on the set.
Choice. Public education in Virginia. What would you decide?
All right, back at Menchville High School, the girls' game is over. Menchville wins it at home, 75-52. Greg Bicaberos along with Carl Daniels. It was too much Menchville, and they sustained for 32 minutes.
Good defense in that second half in particular, and they just took over the game in the second half. You know, it was a close game in the first half, but that defense was just too much, and we just saw a lot of sloppy play with the balls being turned over, but Menchville sustained theirs and held on.
Yep, they win it by 23 at home over the visiting Dukes. Great game, and congratulations to Menchville for winning it. So, for Carl Daniels and Ray Price, once again the final score, it was Menchville 75, Gloucester 52. I'm Greg Bicaberos. We'll talk to you soon.